All right, it's another episode of the Pin High Podcast presented by Golficity. We're going to be doing a different show today, so first of all, we're going to be talking about DJ's FedEx Cup playoff win, $15 million, yada, yada, yada. And we're looking ahead to a very interesting week at the Safeway Open with a weird field that's in between the FedEx Cup playoffs and the U.S. Open. Just weird week, but let's get into it. Okay, like I said, this is going to be a little bit of a weird episode. We're doing somewhat of a shorter episode. I mean, you'll see what the minutes are when we're done with this. But we're just going to do a quick recap of what happened this weekend. DJ won $15 million. Not a big deal.
No big deal at all.
Not a big deal. I mean, for him, yeah, $15 million is nice, but whatever. But first of all, I guess we can just start this right off since this is a weird episode. We're going to start it off with our hypothetical. What would you buy with $15 million?
House.
And we did this like it's just like.
Oh, we did do that.
We did
this.
Kind of. No, we
Beach house.
did it different.
We kind of talked about this.
It's a house. It's a nice house.
Yeah,
pretty
much. Just give me a beach house in like the Hamptons. Initiation fee at Shinnecock, and a nice car.
I'm actually
good to go.
I'm decorating my bathroom, and I'm getting a Shinnecock painting.
Shinnecock painting.
Yeah.
How much does that cost?
It's gonna cost me like $60 probably.
Not terrible.
Cause I want a bigger one.
I got like a big like poster in my room that probably costs like or not my room but like my apartment that probably costs like $40. So.
Shinnecock's like my favorite like looking course, like that clubhouse up on the big thing, like.
Yeah, on the hill, but like not whole not.
But anyway, back to this weekend. DJ kind of like. I don't want to say he had it just had control over the whole entire tournament because like there were points where it looked a little dicey.
He was tied.
But, some points. I feel like you knew all along, after a certain point, that like DJ just had it. I mean, he was five strokes ahead going into today, right?
Yeah, I mean, just the run he's been on in the last couple of weeks. I mean, you kind of could tell that it was DJ.
It's unreal. Like.
He made like in the last 4 weeks, I think he made himself over $18 million. I mean, I get it, he made $15 million, but he still made $3 million over the last 3 weeks before this.
T2, first, second, and first in the last 4 starts.
He's got to be the favorite at
he definitely is.
at the U.S. Open, right?
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
I'm gonna look right now. I'm gonna guess
especially if the U.S. Open being
especially
if it being so soon.
Plus 750.
Jeez.
That's unbelievable.
Who's the second favorite? Rom
or I saw a couple weeks ago it was like Kepka.
Plus 900. Brooks Koepka's plus 1,000. Rory's plus 1,000.
Koepka plus 1,000 is like.
I wonder what Woods. Tiger Woods is. Tiger Woods is okay. He's 40-1.
Okay.
I mean, we'll get into that next week.
We'll obviously get into that next week. We'll have a nice episode next week with beating the bookie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
definitely.
That'll be
good.
Episode. Must listen.
So yeah, I mean, Sebastian Munoz, or like I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. The tilde is kind of weird. He did well this week. Like I said, I had picked him to come top 20, T8.
Yeah, nice.
Now Billy Horschel.
You picked him. I love how you picked him top 20 in a 30-man field. Like there was a good chance of that happening.
Minus 110 or something.
I know. I'm just saying.
Like,
you're like, oh yeah, I picked him top 20 as if in like it was like a 152 person field or something.
I picked him in DraftKings. He was 5,900 and like
good value.
I outperformed that. Like, although
DraftKings was
Billy Horschel came dead last.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
And Rory had a good week again. Came top 10.
Rory top 10.
He was T8, I think.
I had my best bet Xander over Rory cashed in as well.
Yeah.
Did you see Rory's top into the water?
That was
that was crazy.
My friends sent me a meme, and it was like the PGA Tour like swing thing in the bottom right corner, and it's like super slow, and it's like Rory finishing with the ball like bouncing in the water. If you saw it, it was like a perfect picture of the swing.
I think the rough was
brutal.
Right
like
rough was
the
really
Bermuda bad. Like rough, that's just brutal. There was a lot of guys who like would hit it in the rough and they'd have to lay up on their next shot. So
yeah,
there's a lot of that this week.
honestly, that shot on it was 18th hole, right?
Yeah, 18th hole.
That reminds me of the 17th hole at Silver Mine, just blasting into the water on the third shot.
Yeah.
Or you're 15 feet from the water on your third shot, and you top it straight into the water.
Yeah.
By the
tough.
way, I'm speaking of just us, our golf. I've gone 39-41 the last two 9 holes I've played.
Nice. I've been playing
Pretty
terrible.
solid.
I have the driver yips. Like I legit have the driver yips.
I have the first tee driver yips right now. I like literally hit it like almost sideways today. Took a breakfast ball.
I have the driver yips. It's tough. We'll try to fix it at some point.
Took a breakfast
I
ball.
ain't be able to play. Like all my friends have like COVID, so we can't even play.
Yeah.
What do
you guys
do?
are messed up there.
Oh, it's so bad. It's terrible.
Is it actually that bad?
It's like they couldn't do testing last Thursday. Like they have testing on campus. They couldn't do testing last Thursday and Friday because one of the people that worked doing the testing tested positive. So they couldn't do testing.
Oh my god!
I have to get a test like every 3 days, and I already have like 3 negative tests, so don't have COVID yet.
That makes like I wish we were doing that because like and then they're reporting like numbers. Our school is reporting numbers from August 1st. The students come back, and it's like oh we're at 11%. But since everyone's come back to school and since classes have started, it's been like 25%.
That's 25% of the school has COVID.
No. It's 25% of people that like get tested have it.
Oh,
we have like over like almost like probably 2,000 kids now probably have COVID.
That's crazy.
School.
They're probably just gonna cancel.
And including like one of my best friends and his roommate is also one of my good friends has it, and they're like we're not gonna see them for another week and a half probably.
I was gonna say I feel like it's. I know somebody who had it. It was only like a 10-day quarantine.
Yeah, that's what. Well, my friend tested positive. His 10 days were up on like Saturday or Sunday, but then in the middle of his quarantine was his roommate started getting symptoms, so he has to wait a few more days after that.
Oh my god!
It's just not.
Okay, I feel like we're getting way off path here. Like we're trying to have a short episode and we're talking about COVID.
For a short episode, yeah, definitely. Anyway. Who else do we want to talk about? Xander was pretty solid.
Yeah, Xander
I
was
will
good
say.
Xander,
he had a.
Xander's literally one of those guys. Every single big tournament, he plays well. I guarantee you he'll finish top 20. That's my guarantee. I guarantee you he'll finish top 20 at the U.S. Open at least.
I think we mentioned him last week as like a course horse. So
we did, yeah.
He's
great at the course. I picked him in DFS and the best bet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was. I mean, I feel like like you said, he's always in it when it matters. Like
Exactly.
even like, you can debate whether this matters, but the Century even like that tournament matters because I feel like it's the first time everyone like actually tunes into golf.
Yeah, it's like actually,
and he always
it's a good field. It's a good field.
Yeah.
Like everyone like is good as playing it. Like everyone's like watching. Like it's like a big deal. And then he always, you're right. He always plays well in that too. Always.
Yeah, that's a weird phenomenon.
I'm just like looking at the leaderboard right now, and like I remember after day one, like Mark Leishman was like kind of near the top. He finished in second to last.
Yep. Yep. I picked Brendan, on skins. I picked someone against him that hit by a mile.
But I thought like he had a good first day, so you're probably like sweating.
I think I actually picked Mark Leishman first round, and he won the first round against whoever he played against. And after I didn't
probably did.
That.
Yeah. It's kind of funny.
I think he beat like Cameron Smith or something like that first round.
Right. Oh, do we want to just get straight into DFS?
Yeah.
Why not?
I will say I'm not totally prepared for this, but we could do it.
I got it.
Yeah.
So it's just a weird week this week. It's a Safeway Open. The field, when you look at the draft, when you just go into the DraftKings thing, it's just like, wow, Phil Mickelson and Siwoo Kim, is it?
Yeah, Siwoo Kim.
How's Siwoo Kim?
Because he was playing so well before he missed the Tour Championship. He was like.
I can tell you this much: I'm not picking Siwoo Kim.
Well, not at 10-8. No way.
10-8.
You can get real creative with your lineup this week, and I think I did a pretty good job.
Dude, I think we thrive in these types of lineups because I just pick like all the sleeper guys that we've been picking the last.
I feel like
couple
it's so much more predictable, almost in a way. It's so unpredictable that like you can pick guys that
But the guys that we pick, like the Sepp Strakas that we like to pick, the Cameron Tringales and
yes, exactly. Like I have Cameron.
Where's Martin Trainer?
Oh, he's
but
probably
Martin
dead
Trainer is
last.
someone we're not picking.
Sorry, Martin.
Sorry, Martin.
He's not even the lowest salary. So
some bookie out there, give me a prop on like Martin Trainer last place. Put it like minus like 150, and I'll take it.
I'm sure there's a bunch of random people in this event that you never heard of too. So I mean,
I saw McCumber, Tyler McCumber, I think at the bottom of the DFS. Don't sleep on him. I feel like it's like he's like 6,000, which is like the lowest you can be. I don't know. I'm not gonna pick him, but let's get into our picks.
Okay, I'll do a little quick course preview since I'm like on it right now.
Sure.
We're at Silverado Country Club, the North Course in Napa. It's 7166 par 72. We got that POA bent grass type like
Napa
hybrid.
is Northern California for anyone who's uncultured.
Great
wine. Great wine.
Yes. We get it. You're from California. We get it.
So the Silverado North Course is not a really long course, as you can see. Like we've been playing like 7,000 yard courses, par 70s the last couple weeks on tour. But there's a lot of tight tee shots and a couple dog legs that are just like thrown in there. So I think this week accuracy off the tee is going to be a big thing. But they're like long hitters could take some risk at this course. There's a couple corners to cut and stuff like that. They have smallish type screens that are somewhat tricky, but not too bad. There's 4 short par 4s, so I think par 5s, sorry. So I think par 5 scoring is going to be another important stat this week. That's kind of what I got for the course preview.
I mean, that's
pretty good right off the
Yeah.
I just read that off
anyway,
for the first time.
So I think what we should do here is, we'll just do regular snake draft.
Right.
I have my lineup here, and so I'll just pick 2 guys out of it that I like. So I'll start, and then we'll go Jeek, Trevor. I'm gonna go with my first one. It's a high salary guy, and it's Jordan Spieth. He's 9,800. I feel like a week like this, you can afford to have.
I mean, if there's a week to pick Jordan Spieth, this is it.
Yeah, and if there's a week to pick Jordan Spieth, it's this week. Like Jordan Spieth.
When was the last time we saw Jordan Spieth?
He
saw him at the Northern Trust.
He made the
Northern Trust.
Okay.
Good for him.
He shot, I think, maybe 2 under and didn't make the cut.
Okay.
But this is
one of those
very
weeks.
Good field.
Yeah, I think this is an event that he wouldn't normally like play in.
Yeah. So I feel like when Jordan Spieth buckles down, is like, hey, like I need to like make the playoffs this year. Like, he made the playoffs like this past year, but he needs to like play good golf, and he can play good golf at new courses that he hasn't played like as much, like events that he plays as much that have weaker fields. So I like him this week.
Okay, that's not a bad pick. I'm gonna go with Doc Redman. He's also kind of up there in the salary. He's at like 9.2 right now, which is not terrible.
Also barely missed the.
Yeah, I was about to say last time we saw Doc Redman, he was a 71st player, so he barely missed a cut. Just some of the key stats I was looking at: driving accuracy, like I said earlier. He's 13th in driving accuracy, and then, the stats that I love the best: strokes gained approach. He's 11th in that. So, I think it just all relies on the putter. If he putts well, he'll play well.
So I'll go with my first pick, Taylor Gooch, 7,300, which I think is, for the way he's been playing, it's pretty good value.
18 out of 24 cuts.
Yeah, 18, 24 cuts. T6, T18, T25 his last 2 starts, and those were at the BMW and Northern Trust. And that
was he really bad at BMW?
He did do really bad at BMW.
But it was the 2 prior to that, yes.
No, T65, T18, T25. I read that wrong. But yeah, he was playing so well before that, and we were all high on him going into the BMW. I mean, he's 18.
I mean, the BMW was another one of those weeks that we're not really going to take into account because it was just so
I
weak.
agree. It was like the whatever.
Especially for a tournament like this.
Especially for a tournament like this. So we know he can play well at like courses where you can score, and I feel like a course like this is definitely one of those places. My next one, I'll go with Harold Varner. He finished T17 here last year and T14 in 2018. He's just like, and he's 9,100. I think I just saw.
Who was it?
Harold Varner.
Harold Varner.
9-1, 9,100.
I like that pick for a tournament like this. Harold Varner. He sounds like somebody that just like
exactly. He just seems like a guy
finished at the top of the Safeway Open, like top 5.
He would get like one of his like 2 wins in his like tour career, like here and like right before the U.S. Open, and then he seems like that kind of guy. Him and like Jonathan Vegas, I feel like are the same person, in my opinion. I don't know why. They just feel like they win some.
The type of guys who play well in these types of events, pretty much.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what I think of.
Okay. I'm on the edge here of my picks. I'm looking up stats at the moment. I think I'm gonna go with Maverick McNeely, just kind of off the top of my head. I think he's at what is he at? 7-3. So that's not a terrible like list right there. I'm looking at his recent form. Honestly, it hasn't been that great, but he did get to play in the BMW Championship, which means he was in that top 70. So he must have had a pretty good season. No stats. His strokes gained putting is really something that is out there for me. 9th in strokes gained putting. I like to have hot putters with guys who have lower salaries. So I'm going to go with Maverick McNeely this week, kind of just off the top of my head there.
Okay. That's not a bad pick. My last one is Cameron Tringali. I feel like Cameron Tringali plays very well at tournaments like this.
Yes.
Played well at the Rocket Mortgage. I mean, where was the other one he played well at? It was right before that. I'm blanking on it, but he scores very well. I feel like he could even be our first round leader pick this week. Would you agree? And at 7,500, even in a week like this, like 7,500, like he's usually around 7,000 on a strong field. So 7,500 sounds pretty good to me. Mm-hmm. He's 29th at the Northern Trust. So I feel like courses that have been playing easier recently, he's been playing very well. He was 3rd at the 3M Open too. That was the one that I was trying to come up with. And then one more thing that I want to say about a high salary guy that I like. I paired him with Jordan Spieth this week in my lineup. It's Ches Reavie. I feel like Ches Reavie is a very first of all, we concluded our first PGA Tour season here for the podcast.
That's very true.
And
nice 48 hours between the new season and the old season.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like it's so weird. But Ches Reavie, definitely number 1 on our like of our guys of the first season. He was our guy. Harry Higgs is actually in my lineup. He was one of our guys.
And I think Joel Damon. Joel Damon's another one of our guys.
I don't know if Joel Damon was our third guy. I mean,
he's kind of electric on Twitter.
Mark Leishman was low-key one of our guys.
Well, that's because Trev picked him every week for like 5 weeks in a row.
And he just was terrible all 4 weeks.
Yeah. I
feel like we'll do more of like a recap of the year after the Masters because it just doesn't feel like the end of the year like it should.
No,
because we have the U.S. Open next week.
Yeah, because we're all still looking forward. Like everyone's like, oh, it's the end of the season. We have a major in next week.
Yeah,
next week is a major.
I mean, if we had a little bit of a longer episode, we probably could have done a little bit of a recap. But we'll do that. We'll have a recap episode at some point. Of the year.
We'll do a recap of like because it doesn't.
Maybe we'll put like how Trevor knows like there's like team of the season in FIFA like in the games. We'll put together our team of the season.
We should do that.
Podcast team of the season.
We should do our team our lineup of the season.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Well, yeah, definitely. I like that idea. Just our top 6.
Top 6 players.
Doesn't even have to be like that they played well. Just like we like them.
Yeah, our guys. Yeah.
Morikawa was definitely on there.
Yeah, I was about to say he's the.
We'll talk about that later.
But
he's the player of the year.
So now we're gonna finish up with our winners.
Yeah, we're recording. I feel like put this in perspective. We're recording on a Monday night, and there's currently no lines out for like matchups and like top 20s. There's only winner lines, so we're going with the winners only, and no best bets this week.
Right, and the reason for that, we all are a little bit busy this week.
Yes, but if you're looking for best
hour 20 episode next week.
Yeah, if you're looking for best bets, go over to @GolfVicity We'll probably have a skins video up by when this podcast is out.
We'll have it on Tuesday out, or at least by Wednesday.
And then, we'll have best bets on there. So, hop over @GolfVicity on Instagram.
So let's all do one like winner and one long shot. How about?
Okay, so I have my winner right now because I've been looking for the last.
Go ahead, just do both right now.
My winner is gonna be Emiliano Grillo. He's plus 2,800. Just by looking at his stats, he's 25th in driving accuracy, 13th in approach, 24th tee to green. I think I read something about him being very good at this course as well, like a course horse. He won in 2015. He also posted 2 top 30 finishes in the past 5 years. I don't know. I feel Griot in the field like this at plus 2,800, which means he's probably one of the favorites this week. I just think it's a good pick, just with course history and like his stats.
He's one of the top guys, like literally. Right. Like Mickelson's plus 2,000, so is Siwoo Kim. So
yeah, so you guys go into your winners now because I have not picked a long shot.
Okay, Jordan Spieth is my winner this week. Like I said, he's the biggest star, if not, I mean, I guess Phil is probably the biggest star, but second biggest star in the event, and it just seems like one of those things where he could break through. I don't know how else to say it, but I like him this week. And my long shot is going to be Will Gordon. I was just thinking I was looking through this. I was seeing the board very clearly of guys who are gonna contend. I think Will Gordon's going to contend. I think Danny Lee's going to contend as a long shot. But Will Gordon's my pick. Last year, Cameron Champ kind of broke through during this tournament. I think it's Will Gordon's turn.
Okay, I have my long shot right here too now.
Okay.
My long shot is going to be Henrik Norlander. I feel like he had a really good stretch like in the middle there where he was playing pretty well.
Even up towards the end.
Yeah, even towards the end. You're right. He had a very good stretch this season. Also, 8th in driving accuracy. That's kind of a stat I'm just pointing out this week for some reason. Tight fairways. Also, good in approach, good tee to green. Henrik Norlander, I think he's plus 6,600 right now. That's my long shot this week.
All right, so I'll go with my winner, Brendan Steele, at plus 2,500. He's won this event twice.
The number one course horse right there.
Yeah, he's number one this event twice, and he's not even the favorite. Like Phil, like I thought about picking Phil honestly, because like I feel like Phil's just feeling himself after that.
I could see it.
I honestly,
Phil just goes on a run and like plays really well in the U.S. Open or something.
Yeah, I was really. I feel like Phil just like he's absolutely feeling himself right now. But
he's playing.
As a tune-up for the US Open. As a tune-up,
yeah, I guess.
He gets to fly across the country after he plays.
I mean, Phil has his private jet. He's okay. You've seen those Instagram posts.
Yeah. Also, he knows Winfield pretty well. But he's won this event twice. He's also finished T17, T21 2 previous years. And he comes in this year on a 6-made cut streak. So he's playing solid golf. I think he's probably one of the better players in the field by far. I think he's one of the higher salaries, definitely one of the higher odds up there with like Phil and Siwoo Kim and Sergio and everything like that. So I'll go with Brendan Steele to win. My long shot, give me Jim Furyk. Don't ask me why, but talk about a guy who needs to he hits fairways. He hits literally every single fairway.
Yeah, he's the guy. Not very far, but
and I'm sure I'm guaranteeing that he's played this course a bunch of times before, just because he's been on tour for forever. So
yeah,
I'll take Jim Furyk plus 6,600.
I feel like we all put together some pretty good like picks there
on the run right there.
I kind of loved all that.
I mean, anyone else that like sticks out?
No, we don't want to just throw a bunch of players at them.
What about your guy Thigala, Trev?
Who? God, how far down the list is he?
He's 6'1" in the DraftKings lineup, so that's second to last.
Where is he? I don't even see him.
Overall, I'm just excited for this tournament because
I see him. He's 250 to 1.
I was kind of excited like this weekend when I thought about like how the Safeway Open like DFS things were going to come out. I was like, I'm just excited to like pick like
random people, like,
Danny Lee at like 9,000, like guys like that. I love these weeks.
I feel like these are the types of weeks that you pick those low key guys that we kind of like. But are just,
we're really good at picking them too.
They're just not like good enough for us to pick in like big name, like big events.
Yeah.
But like this is the week where we put up a lineup of a bunch of those guys, and like it usually turns out pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then I know all of your bogeys this week. I know Jeek's bogey is that the Tampa Bay Lightning just absolutely slaughtered the New York Islanders
right now, but it's a best of 7 series.
But your birdie is that they made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. There you go.
First time in my
Trev,
life.
all your friends have COVID. Boom roasted.
Yep. Boom roasted.
I don't know your birdie. Boom roasted.
It's my birthday on Thursday. That's my birthday.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
22.
Happy
Not that
birthday,
good of a
Trev.
birthday, to be honest. But
especially when all your friends have COVID.
Exactly. Yeah, it'll be so much fun.
And my bogey is that I have to. What?
We have football on Thursday. Though. That's
Oh,
a big birdie.
that's fantastic.
That's a big birdie.
Next.
It's gonna be. I'm just gonna say it's gonna be tough having football and the U.S. Open on in the same weekend.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna bring out my TV to. That's what I'm gonna bring out
Sunday.
Another TV.
Yeah, I got to bring out a second TV maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, after that.
That's gonna be tough.
Yeah. And then my bogey of the week. Got to wake up 5:30 a.m. tomorrow. Go to Tuscarora Country Club.
How far away is that?
That's only 20 minutes, but still.
Is it for a tournament?
Yeah, I'm working the Folds of Honor tournament, which is it seems like a pretty cool tournament. Apparently, Stephen Baldwin's going to be there.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay. Oh,
maybe I'll
pretty cool.
try to see what Haley Bieber's up to. I don't know. We'll see. You never know.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Shoot your shot.
So yeah, we'll see you next week for a much longer episode. Let's call it like a crisp hour 15 on next week's episode.
Yeah. This one wasn't even 30 minutes. Like we're at like 20 minutes, 22 minutes right now.
This is not a bad episode though for 30 minutes.
No, not at all.
Pretty good episode. We covered a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Covered a lot. We have the U.S. Open next week at Wingfoot. Nike came out with some fantastic Wingfoot shoes today, by the way.
Those are nice.
I saw those.
The Roshi ones look sick, and the Jordans.
I saw the Jordans, yeah. The Wing On or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was. Very cool.
At Golficity
it's good.
style.
They picked the logo without like the toenail on it. Like the Wingfoot logo with an actual toenail is like. No, but they have an alternate one that's like.
I saw.
Different. That's better. Anyway, so yeah, we'll see you next week. Hopefully, some of these like shot in the dark long shots like hit because like this is the week that one of them will.
Yeah,
of all weeks, yeah.
Like somebody who's not very like mainstream most likely will win this week. Just looking at the board.
Well, yeah, the only people who are
mainstream
are like Spieth and Phil. So
and like Matt Kuchar and Sergio.
Yeah, so
that's it. So anyway, great episode. Quick and sweet, whatever, short and sweet, however you want to say it. By the way, it's the Garrett Cole episode today, episode 45. We'll be back next week.
Don't even want to talk about the Yankees right now.
Season.
No, we're not getting into the Yankees. We'll be back next week for episode 46 on the Pin High Podcast.